so here we are driving on our way to the Anderdon Bee Company for our field trip today with New Horizons Senior News Program. Along with us is Kevin, our videographer, and my son Juwan. So we're almost there, and I'm so excited. We're going to be beat up today and learn all about bees and the sweet honey that they give us. So hopefully you guys enjoy this field trip, and we're almost there. Well, hello, we've arrived here at the Anderdon Bee Company farm, and today I am so glad to be with Mr. Daryl Walker, who runs the bee farm here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tour that we're about to go on. And I will just have Daryl explain how long they've been in business, and he'll take us on a tour and explain to us what we're going to be learning today. And thank you for having us today, Daryl. Appreciate that. So I'll let you go ahead and explain how long you guys have been in business and a little bit more about your company.
Awesome. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. So we're the Anderdon Bee Company. We've been in business since 2015. So it's our 5th year in operation on a commercial level. So it's a family-run business. We have just over 100 bee colonies around the county. And our main business is obviously selling honey as a bee farm, as well as we sell honeybees. We breed queen bees on the premises here, as well as sell beekeeping equipment as well. So today we're going to talk about how honey is processed, how honey's made, how bees bring in honey, and how processing goes from basically from the flower to the bee to the jar. And then we'll take you out to the bee yard and show you around there and show you some how we process honey like that. Here you can see the big difference here between so this would have been goldenrod, and then the white from just the other flowers with a lighter nectar to it.
Amazing. Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Let's come and see.
I think that one stuck something. Oh, it's in my face.
So if you watch, because the bees will bring in pollen on their back legs. So you'll see they've sacs. When they're in the flower getting the nectar, the pollen rubs off and it collects in little sacs on there.
Is that what this guy has here?
See, he's actually stung you, so that's just he's going to die actually. So that's his stinger and his venom sac on there.
Wow, that's so cool, eh? Interesting.
Some days you can just see a ton of pollen coming in.
You can see it right on the bead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here I can't see a lot.
Huh. I wonder what it's for.
But we also collect pollen.
Yes. Pollen is actually healthy for you.
Yes. So this is bee pollen here.
Look at that, eh? Oh,
So every different color in here represents a different type of flower that the pollen came from.
nice. Look at that.
So you have the darker yellow will probably be the goldenrod.
Sweet.
And then orange will be from different, and then the darker brown.
Right. Looks so festive for Thanksgiving.
But each of those will be
different flowers. So each bee brought in one of those little pieces on one of their legs.
Amazing.
So this is like thousands of bees worth of work, just this little bit of pollen.
Wow.
You see they're all lined up on the board here?
Yeah.
So what they're doing is they're creating airflow through the hive. So they'll stay there, flap their wings, create airflow through until they get tired, then they'll rotate out with another bee. And what they're doing is ventilating the hive to get rid of the moisture of the honey so they can put the cap on it and store it for the winter. So, as you see, they're all kind of lined up.
Yeah,
If I didn't disturb them, they'd probably be more symmetrical here.
for sure. Wow.
So on a hot, humid day like this, later on in the afternoon or early evening, the whole front of the hive will just be
Bees.
covered with bees, yeah.
Yep. Wow.
So this is a plastic sheet.
Okay.
And it's coated with wax.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll build wax out on that.
Nice.
Um,
And that's when they drill their little holes and put
and
their honey.
they'll build all that out. And so off the beehives, we bring in the boxes off the top of the hives. So each hive has a narrow box on it, and in these boxes are 10 frames. So in each frame is the honey. So the bees have worked hard on the honey. So this is honey that they brought in the nectar, reduced the moisture content of the nectar, which turned into honey. Then they put a cap of wax on top of that. So the process to get that honey out of the frame is that we cut the top of the frame off, or of the cappings off, and then they go into the extractor.
Oh, nice.
This holds 20 frames. These have already been extracted. So they would sit in here. The capping's been off, so the honey is exposed. It goes in here, and then this spins,
Nice.
and the honey flicks out on the edge of the drum, and then gravity pulls it down, and it comes out the spout on the bottom.
Very nice. And then from there you just jar.
From there, it goes through a series of strainers, just to get rid of bits of wax and things like that. And then it goes into our tanks to settle, and then it goes in the jars. So
Nice.
there's no other added material to it. It comes right out of here. We don't add any heat to it as well.
Okay.
So honey has lots of natural enzymes in honey, and things like pollen and things like that are really good for your body. So some of the store-bought honey they heat it up so it becomes really thin, and then they pass it through really, really fine filter. So it strips all that stuff, all the good stuff out of it, as well as it kills all the enzymes. So a raw honey will have all that contained in it. And the the strainers that we use, I try not to call them filters because we don't filter out the pollen, but it stays in the honey, which gives you the most benefits for your health. Also, the flavor is very different from,
Yeah, you can
from a
taste the
store-bought.
difference. Yeah, for sure.
So then you can see the different variations in honey from the year. So just depending on the nectar source, you can see the three different. These are all collected in Essex County, just very different time periods throughout the summer. So you can see the darker would be a fall honey.
Nice.
This is probably a mix of those two, and then this is a early summer honey, which would be a lighter honey for Essex County. You get the different areas of the country. And they're using different nectar sources. If you go west, it's a canola. They use a lot of canola, which produce a lot of honey, but the honey crystallizes very, very quickly.
Wow.
So a lot of the honey produced out west is used for baking, and they turn into creamed honey as well.
Nice.
Because it creates a crystal structure very fast.
Very nice.
The early honey won't crystallize till almost a year into it, where the later honey here, because of different sugars in it, will crystallize sooner.
Very
So it
nice.
just depends on the types of sugars in the honey that the bees bring back.
And then out of this wax you make things.
Then this is the wax
Yeah.
that we render it down, we clean it up through filters, and it goes into the other product.
That's totally wicked. This is so cool.
So there's the different products that we have here, right? There's a lip balms, and that's just a natural product with
Joanne needs that.
does
That's
dry
not
lips.
beard oil.
Oh yeah.
Beard oil.
Yes, we don't have beard oil. There's like a beeswax, like a lotion bar. So that's like a similar, and it's just
Nice. Oh, it's so cute.
like that we do in a little mold, and that's just with the wax, and this one has some, I think, shea butter and cocoa butter. So just try to keep it natural, and you can just pop it out.
And you make that right here.
We make
Amazing.
it right here.
No waste?
Yeah,
I
no
love it.
waste. We have the tins, right? So you can reuse them as well.
That's awesome.
So, sorry, this is the beard bar. This is a lotion bar. So
Gotcha.
similar type products.
Joanne needs that too.
He does-
And I really like the bee wax strips there to cover your food with.
Yeah, so this is kind of how, this was one of the first products that Addison had made, put together. We sell those in sets, and it's a food saver. So instead
cool.
of, I actually put one together.
How do you
for
get the
Tammy
print
to
on
take.
it? How do you get the
That's
print on it?
For Tammy to take.
So
It's
it's a cotton fabric
Oh, sweet.
with a print, and
I
then it's
didn't know
coated with beeswax and yo-yo oil
Awesome.
and some pine resin to give it the stickiness.
And those last forever.
And they last for, we have some we've used for the kids for over a year.
Amazing.
For
They
their
make great
lunches and
gifts,
They're
too.
great for sandwich, wrapping
Everything,
sandwiches.
yes.
This one's actually for you. I put it
Oh,
together
you're
for you. It's
sweet.
just a small
Thank you.
one,
I'm
but
gonna
then you can
cherish it.
feel it, right? Like,
I love
and then
So cool.
Yeah, so those are some of the things that we make, or that we have available right
As well as
now.
liquid honey and comb honey.
Yeah,
And I love the sticks. I'm getting one. I think I'm just gonna buy everything today.
Oh, gosh.
I have to.
Yeah, we're starting with
It's like a
that.
little farmer's market right here
I
in your
know.
own little shop. So.
Yeah.
Okay, so that ends our tour today. So I hope you all enjoyed this tour, and please come out and support local. And thank you, Rebecca and Daryl, for this lovely tour. Thank you for having us today. I know you took time out of your busy schedule, so I had to put it in there.
Yeah.
Thank you for the wax, and everybody in our group today is getting a lovely treat from these guys. So I hope you enjoy it. Cook with it, bake with it, eat it, and just know that these bees worked hard for your honey. So enjoy, and thank you again.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Loved having you.